Hello everybody, I hope all is well. It's now evening time here in the land of Kleintuen, and I need to take this whole batch of naturally dyed yarn to the Wool Café tomorrow. If any of you don't know, that all of my natural or all of my hand dyed yarn, be that acid dyed or naturally dyed, is for sale at the Wool Café in Swakopmund. Wonderful, wonderful ladies there, Elise and Karin, who are dying to help you buy some yarn. They have a huge selection of yarn that they sell, as well as to dye for hand-dyed yarn. So I'm always very grateful to them for stocking my yarn. It's a great privilege to have my yarn in their store. So be that as it may, tomorrow morning I need to drop off all of this at the Wool Café. So I thought, let me quickly do what I think is now part 3 of the using up leftover natural dye material series that I've been doing. Just again, the yarn that I'm going to be taking there tomorrow and that I've dyed up for this is the African Expression Soul, which is the African Expression sock yarn. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. And I thought I'd bring this skein or hank, whatever you want to call it, out so we can compare the color and how much dye has taken. And just as an aside, I've just redesigned my natural yarn label, which is a little bit different to my other labels. As you can see, this one's in black and white, and I printed on brown paper just to enhance that natural thing. And I've added a new little note to my new label which says one of a kind cannot be duplicated, because the nature of naturally dyed yarn is you're not likely to be able to dye it again, and I don't want to. So let me quickly run through the cacao and the coffee chaff, because those are quite interesting. So this was the result of the cacao, and what was left of the cacao husk was very little. So I didn't expect a huge color change. Let me just hold it up with the plain undyed yarn so that you can see the color that it's taken. It has taken a color. It's a very nice color. But if I can just show you by contrast, this of course is on a plain merino wool. This is African Expressions Harmony. They're beautiful, beautiful Aran weight yarn. But this was in full concentration. No, wait, I'm lying to you. No, yes, right. So this was in absolute full concentration. So in here was like yarn to weight ratio, a dye to yarn ratio of about 4:1. So as you can see, in a concentrated ratio, it's going to be a much darker, richer, redder color. And this is obviously just a much lighter version of that. Also very beautiful. Then on the coffee chaff side of things, this was the Aran weight merino wool coffee chaff version. These were the ones I did with what was left over. So you can see they're quite a lot lighter. You can see the tones in there of where it's lighter on this one. Still a very beautiful color. If I hold the undyed yarn to it, you can see there's definitely took on color. And it's a beautiful, almost an ivory color that one has taken on, but nowhere near the heavily concentrated version. So that's the coffee chaff. This was the cacao husk. And then these were all the mushroom. So just as a recap, these 4 were the ones that were in an alkaline medium, so a higher pH. Just hold it up to the undyed yarn so that you can see the color over there. And also beautiful color that it has taken on. And then just by contrast, these, oh my goodness gracious me, these are just unbelievable. Also exactly the same dye medium, except to this one I added citric acid. So we shifted the pH down. Citric acid I think is around 4 to 5 pH value. Just hold that up to the raw product. Let's just put this one next to it on that side. So you can see this is with a very high pH, very low pH, no dye at all. So very, very beautiful colors that came out of this, and amazing actually just to see what shifting the pH that can do. But I am just absolutely in love with these two. I'm very upset that I used the last of the dye stock. As I noted on my new little label, this cannot be repeated. So whoever buys these two are getting two very, very, very special skeins of yarn. Not that the others, I don't want them to feel left out, please. You guys are all special, but this is just incredible. So that is the result of our using up natural dye. I hope that you've enjoyed the little series on that. And if you are in Namibia or in Swakopmund, do go make a turn at the Wool Café and go and purchase some yarn. You don't have to buy my yarn if you don't like it. As I said, there's a huge, huge, huge selection. They, of course, also stock the full range of African expression. They have about 10 or 12 different yarn types that they sell in a myriad of different colors that African expression dyes in their factory in Port Elizabeth at their mill. And very, very beautiful things. Of course, there's many, many other things as well as accessories, needles, crochet hooks, you name it. Whatever you need for your yarn journey, you will find it there. So these are off to them in the morning. And again, I just say thank you for coming along on this journey. And don't be afraid to try. That's what I love about the natural yarn dyeing. I'm sure wherever you are in the world, you can get your hands on undyed yarn. This is called ecru, E-C-R-U. You should find undyed natural fibers wherever you are in the world. Don't be afraid to experiment. Chuck in a tea bag, chuck in some turmeric, chuck in some plants that you find in your garden. Marigolds make a beautiful yellow color. Rosemary makes a beautiful color. Onion skins make a beautiful orangey yellow color. Avocados do beautiful pink avocado skins and pits. So the world of natural yarn dyeing is amazing and something you can do in your kitchen. You don't need any chemicals except for the mordant, of course. You don't need any special equipment. Go and have some fun and play. And I thank you for coming along on this journey. I hope you have a fantastic day, evening, morning, wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.